Oh man, it's been a while, hasn't it? So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the Woojer strap. Now I've had this for a couple months actually, mainly because I wanted to make sure I knew everything about it that I could and compare it successfully to the Subpac M2X. Now I will say right now, this is not going to be a comparison video between the Woojer strap and the Subpac M2X, simply because that would make this video way too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that a separate video that is going to release sometime next week. If it's out already, it'll pop up right now. If nothing popped up, you gotta wait. Sucks to be you. So let's just jump right in, and I'll start with the unboxing experience. It was actually shockingly premium for what it was. It just felt nice. Obviously it's not an Apple product or anything like that, but I was surprised that it beat my expectations. Also to my surprise, it came with this really nice little bag. It's kind of this wetsuit material. It's not a hard case or anything like that, but it's surprisingly well built and it holds this thing really well, though I will say it is a bit difficult getting the thing in the bag in the first place. But other than that, very good experience. So let's talk about why you would buy this over the competitors. Well, first off, I think the selling point, the thing that actually sells these, is the cost. Because the Subpac is $350 and the Woojer strap is $250. Though I will say you can routinely buy it for less than advertised. And that means a lot of things. It means for people who aren't willing to spend a lot of money to get the premium products, this is a great entry point. It's also super small so you can carry it around. That's probably why they give you the bag. So I've had this thing for 2 months now just to kind of get a really in-depth experience into what it's actually been like to use it and to compare it to the other products. And I found that the build quality is actually pretty good. It's not bad, it's not great, it's good. It's about what you would expect. I feel like this thing will last you quite a while. So now let's talk about the actual usage of the thing. There's two ways to use it. There's one way, which is straight across the chest, not diagonally. You can't wear this diagonally, it'll fall off. It just doesn't stay on you. That's not how you're supposed to wear it. So horizontally across the chest area and horizontally across the kind of the ab area, the hips. And honestly, I found that really the only way you can wear this thing comfortably is around the hips, though with a couple exceptions. The reason I say this is because when you're in a chair and you're wearing this on your chest, it has this battery pack that jabs you in the back every time you sit down in a chair. So you have to make sure this thing is horizontal if you're gonna wanna use this in a chair and around your abs, because that way it doesn't, these two sides don't shank you. As you can see, there's a little bit of lift on here. I don't know if you can see that. The thing is, that shanks you in the side if you wear it to the side. So honestly, it's not all that comfortable to use. I found that it does stay on a bit when you're moving. So if you're working out or, I don't know, walking somewhere with this on, it should stay on. I primarily mention this because I imagine that people with VR systems are going to want to use something like this because it's really small, it's much more easier to put on. So you'd have your headphones, your VR headset, and this around your chest. That's fine. That's a good use case scenario actually. If that's what you're looking at this for, this may be a good solution for you. Now, obviously this is a wireless system. You can use it with Bluetooth and then plug your headphones into one of the ports on the side, or you can just directly connect it to any 3.5mm output and then just connect it directly to your headphones. I will say though, this product has the same problem as the Subpac M2X, which is it raises the noise floor considerably. You will hear it. If you're an audiophile, this is not the system for you. Unless you can deal with that loss of quality for the physical experience. Now I just want to mention real quick that their website is actually fairly nice. It might be as good or better than the Subpac's website, but I did notice a distinct lack of information on their part that they supply about this device. For example, the Subpac M2X can reproduce a frequency range of 1 to 200 Hertz. That's on their site, and I found that to be at least fairly accurate. This has no such rating on their site. They don't tell you anything. They keep all the specs to themselves. They don't publish it. And I feel like that's because the Subpac beats this in almost every technical sense. That's not to say it's bad though, because the price to performance ratio I get from this is actually fairly good. From my experience, I found it to be probably around somewhere between 25 and 50 Hertz to about 100. So there's a lot less range that you get in there. Though it does surprisingly pack a bigger punch than I thought it would. I was genuinely surprised by that. You'd think for something that's so much smaller, it would produce like 1/4 of the effect of a big bulky Subpac. But it's not, it's more like half or a little bit more. It's pretty interesting. Now I just want to briefly go back to wearing this device. The Subpac, you only wear it in one way. Like I said earlier, you can wear this in two ways, but if you're a woman, you may want to stay away from this one. I'll let Elena explain why. Because it has problems, doesn't it?
It's kind of awkward when I have it in this position, like around here.
Right, so there's 2 ways to wear it. There's one around the chest and there's one around the hips. Around the sides.
The diagram of the person wearing it shows it closer to like this area, but it doesn't really work because one, I'm wearing pants up here. And then when you put it a little bit lower than this, it slips up here anyways. So you end up just having to put it really tight in the center. And I imagine after long use, it would just do the pokey thing that you talked about.
Yeah.
Or it just starts poking you in your hips.
Okay, so you can't wear it around your hips. Can you wear it around your chest? I can see a problem.
You end up sort of in this position. You have this gap.
The transducer is just touching air. It's not actually touching you.
So I don't know if it'd be very...
I was just thinking as well that there might be another problem just because the one on the back might be right on the bra strap. And it might be poking.
It's like, it's right there. And then in this position, it feels like it's slipping down.
Oh, that's, you talked about that.
It feels like it's slipping down within like 10 seconds. On the front, it's supported up here, obviously. But in the back, it's just sort of hanging.
So do you see this as feasible at all for women to wear? I guess only if you have small tits, really, if you think about it, right?
I would imagine.
So for you overall,
for me
it would seem for just women in general, you have to get the sub
in that position or something, but that'd be pretty weird.
I feel like that would be off center.
Focused. You could try mixing it up, but I don't really see the way the company designed it. There's no proper way. The way they want you to wear it, there's no proper way to wear it.
So really the worst thing about this is actually the potential that it doesn't hit. Earlier I explained to you that you can wear it around your abs kind of, right? You can wear it like you're supposed to, kind of like a belt with this in the front, or you can wear it side to side, which is what I do. If I'm sitting down playing a video game in this chair, I'll have it on my sides, that way this thing doesn't jab me in the back. And I thought to myself, man, it would have been incredible if they added a system where this enabled stereo sound, because you've got a transmitter over here and a transmitter over here. So if you're wearing it like this, you would actually be able to differentiate the vibrations from left to right, enabling this kind of stereo physical audio. That would have been incredible. But it down mixes stereo into mono, and that sucks. I think that's a huge missed opportunity for them. And there's an app, oh God. I legitimately don't understand why they made this app. I can't come up with literally anything other than it's a PR thing. Why do I say that? Well, the app basically changes the vibration amount of the belt. And that's it. No, I'm not joking. That's it. There's buttons dedicated to doing exactly that on the front of the device. Why would I download and use an app that does the thing that's built into the physical thing? I don't understand. I really just don't understand. I think that's just them saying, hey, we've made a device, it's got a Bluetooth thing and you can use our special app with it. That's all I can come up with. There's literally no reason to download and use the app if you have this device. None. Will that be updated in the future? Potentially, but I mean, as of right now, it's next to useless. It does nothing of value. So if you have any questions about this, I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about, the pros, the cons. Ultimately, do I think this is worth $250? Because this is what it's retailing for on their site normally. The answer to that is no. If you can get this thing for less than $250, I think it is, and I'll tell you why. The sub pack is $350. This usually goes on sale for $150. I'll put the link to the description. I'll keep that updated to the best of my ability to make sure that you don't overpay for it. The best place I can see that you buy it is actually directly from them. They'll give you a 1-year warranty on it too if you buy it from their site, so I recommend you get it from there. Or you might be able to find it much cheaper on eBay. Because that's the thing, this is an entry level. If you want to feel audio, if you want that physicalness, this is the cheapest way to get it, and it doesn't feel bad. It's just not as premium as the competition, but it's not as expensive. You've got to weigh those pros and cons, right? You get the extra portability, you lose some of the dynamic range and the physical feeling of it, but it's $150. If you can get this for less than $200, if you can get it at $200 or below, I think it's probably worth it if that's what you're looking for. An entry-level physical audio system, I think it's fine. But if you want the best of the best, you get the sub pack. But that may change in the future because they're actually making a second device, which is a vest that you can actually see on their site now. You can't actually buy it yet, they're still making it, but I hope I can get my hands on it and actually compare it to the sub pack because that should be interesting. Though I will say, it's $500, so I gotta make that YouTube money, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the conclusion. That's the review of the Woojer strap. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. I try and maintain activity on this channel. I've replied to so many people about the subpack review that I've done, and it's been good fun. We've had good conversations. Like I said, if you want to buy one of these, use the link in the description because I will keep that up to date, I promise, as much as I can, probably from a year on, to make sure that you can get this for the cheapest amount that you possibly can. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, hope this was useful, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.